On. All right, I'm back for Dust TS's ongoing coverage of Fragicago 2024. I'm here with Cyrix, a familiar face to the Scrims Esports Center. Last year they played under Unjustified, and now he's here with Limitless. So to start, you guys started your run here with an absolute smashing of Field by Hate with, I believe, a 13-2 and a 13-1. How did it feel to sort of come into this event and absolutely smash another team?
It's a great start. Nothing to really complain about, you know. We had a really good game and just played really well, and I think we are definitely ahead of the team that we played against in terms of, just caliber in general. So I think we did what we needed to do, and we had a good game, and that's it.
And with that, it's sort of part of you getting back in the swing of things, because for those who don't know, you were abroad for quite a long time on a study abroad trip in Korea and Japan. What were you up to while in East Asia?
I was actually studying information systems to get my minor in Korea and Japan, and I did a lot of different things there, experienced a lot of different cultural activities, met a lot of new people, and made a lot of friends. So I did spend a lot of time away from the game, but I'm back here and I'm ready to play.
And how's it been getting back into the swing of things? Do you feel like you lost some time, or how do you feel about your form after being away from the game for a while?
It definitely took a second to get back into the game and get back into the swing of things. It definitely was a little hard to get used to coming back and being gone for so long, but I've been back for about a month now. I've been really grinding and playing a lot of pugs, and I'm feeling good again, feeling ready to play, and feeling ready to show myself well here.
And with that, while you were in Asia thinking about coming back to North America, was it always in the cards that you were going to come back and competing, or was it something you had to consider during your time studying?
I planned on coming back the moment I actually came back into the U.S., basically. I was reached out to a little bit before I came back actually to form the Limitless squad, and was able to put the team together and get back into the swing of things quite quickly. And even before that, I was planning on coming back and playing the game. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm here to stay.
And with your return, it's almost a return to form, because this new Limitless roster you're on, features many of the same players that was on the Unjustified squad we saw last year. Was that intentional to sort of rebuild that squad, and did you guys feel like you had unfinished business from the Unjustified roster?
I wouldn't say we had unfinished business, but it was definitely intentional to bring back the roster. I think we had a really great core of players on that team, and I think we do a lot of things really well together. I think Lake obviously was a fantastic player for us, and he definitely boosted our roster for sure, but despite of that, I still think we had a great core of players, a great team put together, and I still think we can absolutely do some damage.
With that, unfortunately, it's been quite the rough season for Limitless and ESL Challenger League. Part of that is the fact that you've had to use two stand-ins, Tender and Wiz, to keep the ECL spot. Has that been frustrating for you to have to watch the season unfold on the sidelines?
I would say so, yeah. It's definitely been a bit rough watching and not really being able to do anything about my team losing, but I am 100% confident that the team we'll be having for the remainder of the season will be much better and show a lot better form, and we will be doing a lot of work and trying really hard to improve ourselves and continue getting better.
And as far as I'm aware, you should be getting back in action soon. Do you think once the squad's in place, once you and Samman are able to finally start playing, especially with many of the more difficult matches out of the way, do you guys think you have what it takes to sort of turn around the season and avoid relegation?
100%. I think we can absolutely avoid relegation if we take it to the teams that we have for the rest of the season. I think we are absolutely capable of it, and yeah, I'm confident that we'll win the next few games for sure.
We have seen you and Samman in action to an extent in CCT and recently the RMR CQ. Focusing on the RMR CQ, how do you feel about your team's performance there despite going out 0-2?
It was not good, honestly. It was a very disappointing performance for us. We didn't play well against Elevate, and we played, honestly, even worse against Akimbo. It was pretty brutal for us, and myself included, I think I had a pretty rough game. So I think, yeah, it was really disappointing, and I hope to show better for myself and for the team in the future.
With this roster having a rough start to its history, how important is it for the Limitless squad to have a good result here in Fragicago?
I would say I'd say it is important, but there are a lot of teams here that are really good. Obviously, Nouns and Elevate or Timmerman are here, and those teams are going to be tough to beat. And I think with our squad right now, it will not be the easiest matchup for us, but I do think we can do some damage here. I do think we can end up with a good result, and I'm confident that we will show ourselves well here.
And then looking towards the future, we've seen a trend where if a team, let's say your team gets relegated, where they immediately cut all ties, the roster disbands, everyone goes their separate ways. Knowing that this team has had a rough season, has that discussion been had, like what's going to happen if we do get demoted to advanced? And does the team plan on sticking together in the worst case scenario of being demoted?
Honestly, we haven't really discussed it, and I think we are all confident in the fact that we won't have to discuss it and we won't have to worry about it. I think especially for me, I really do think that we will be fine. I don't think we're going to get relegated. I think we're a good enough team, and I think the things that we've been doing behind the scenes and the people we've been working with have made things a lot better. I think we've been showing a lot better results in our scrims and stuff, so I think for the remainder of the season, we will have a lot better results.
And then one player on this roster that I'm less familiar with is Samman, someone who's come up relatively recently through the advanced ECL pipeline. What can you tell me about Samman as a player and his tendencies and roles?
So Samman for us is just basically our kind of like our new star player almost. We're kind of slot him into roles, giving him the space that he wants to be successful and do the things that he wants to do. And honestly, he's a great player. He's a great teammate. He does everything that we need him to. He communicates well, and he brings a lot to our practices, always has great ideas. So yeah, I think Samman's a really good player. I think he has some big shoes to fill for sure from the previous roster that we had, but I think he can do it, and I think he's been doing well in our scrims and practices.
Now, one more question before I let you go. It's to my understanding that this is sort of a last dance for this iteration of Limitless. I've heard that DJF will be leaving the squad after Fragicago. Can you explain like what's going on in the roster? Why is he stepping down? And what's your plan for the future to fill his hole in the team?
So we actually do have a I would say that we do have something else in mind for the team for sure. I don't want to say anything quite yet because we haven't announced anything yet, but we do have something in place for DJF. He will be leaving after this event, but for now he is going to be playing with us, and for the foreseeable future he is going to continue playing with us, but we do have something else in mind.
All right, so something to look forward to in the future for Limitless. So that's Cyrix. Cyrix, I'll let you get back to work as you're going to be playing a match later tonight. Thank you so much for your time, and goodbye.
Thank you.